What's going on, guys? It's been a couple days. Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome in. But listen, I know everybody, if you're looking at the title of this video, some of you are probably looking at me like, hey, yo, this dude's crazy. Other people are looking like, yeah, maybe. Other people are like, man, what is bro yapping about? So let's get, like I say always, let's get right into it. I'm convinced, I guess convinced isn't the word, but I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. I won't even say woefully or nothing. I'm optimistic that the Cleveland Browns could be the next worst to first team in the NFL. Now here's what I'm talking about. Grissom, right? Cleveland Browns, last 2 years, 8 total wins, a lot of losses. A lot of them. I think that's 8-26 last 2 years. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. Not a good look. Might be mad math, but not a good look at all. I'm so confident, or at least I'd be willing to bet on it, that we could see this team be like that 8 to 9 win team, maybe sneak in the wild card next year, because of a whole side of the football being in place that we could spend an entire offseason just fixing the other side of the football. And look, there's a lot. So I won't say maybe the guaranteed playoff team next year, but I think we go from 5 wins to probably 7 to 8, in my opinion, if I had to guess right now, because I'm confident with the names I'm starting to hear in the coaching cycle. I'm gonna have to make a video on that this week. Another update for you guys: the 2 first-round picks we have, the free agency money that Andrew Berry's going to be able to work on cooking up for us. He's going to be able to make some cap space, guys. I know a lot of people think just because Deshaun Watson's on this roster that we're not going to have cap space. Guys, we're going to have cap space to sign people. Like, John Harbaugh is interested in doing an interview for this team for a reason. Like, we are a more attractive destination than we give ourselves credit for. But let me get back more focused to the premise of what I'm trying to say. So I was watching the NFL playoffs all weekend. Obviously, bro, great games, by the way. I'm gonna have to put some out on like TikTok after tonight. Steelers and Texans haven't played at the time I'm recording this, and I got the Cavs shirt on. Cavs play tonight by the dub, the Utah Jazz. But I look, and I'm thinking, I'm like, man, like the turnover in the league, like this happens all the time. You look, you think, Bears playoffs, won their division, 5-11 last year, 11-6 this year. Patriots win their division, second place in the AFC, 4-13 last year, 13-4 this year. Jags, 4-13 last year, 13-4 this year. All teams with first-year head coaches, by the way. First-year head coaches. Panthers, 5-12 to 8-9. That could be the Browns next year. 5-12 to 8-9. Win their division. Granted, weak division, but I mean, I think the Steelers got in with 9 wins this year. So who's to say that the AFC North just all of a sudden is this strong division again? We could have another weak year where 8-9 gets you in and the Browns are in the thick of it at the end of the year. But my whole point, the NFL is designed for bad teams to get good. You're supposed to improve. Tanking or being bad is supposed to result in you getting good players and fairly quickly. All right. Now, I know it's probably a lot of people saying, like, Rob, listen, you just named off all those teams. Well, all those teams got first round, some first overall pick quarterbacks. And I would say that's true. And I honestly, it's about time I probably make a video on Shedeur Sanders on this channel, like an honest video, like really putting my stance out there. But I believe in the kid. Seriously, like the flashes I saw were of a struggling quarterback who was a rookie trying to figure it out. He played 7 games, and I really want to see what he would look like after a whole entire offseason, getting right with the coach, getting in the system, having his input in on what he's good at, what he doesn't like in the offense, all throughout the offseason, all built, all pushed up to him getting to go into the season knowing that he's got everything that they could tailored around him, that they went with him as a starter. Just the offseason of being a starter in the NFL, I think we would see massive strides from the kid, because it's understated so much how he was out there, and that it was just such a drastic from going from a guy that was thrown on the practice field to garbage cans to being a starter in the NFL. And I'm not in there's room to be fair on both sides, right? Like there were games where Shedeur played really bad this year. Really bad. But I could say that about every other rookie quarterback in the NFL. They just carry the stigma of the 5th round pick. But I'm getting a lot into it. That's probably going to be its whole own separate video. Some people will agree with me, some won't. But that's sports, you know. There's takes, and eventually someone will be proven right and someone won't. That's the whole thing. I don't mind being wrong, so I'll talk about it. Let me start diving into this. Why I think the Browns could be one of those teams that just makes that jump next year. I don't know if we have to do anything other than retain players on defense. I think the defense will be a top 5, top 10 unit again next year, probably top 5 without a single addition. I think they'll probably maybe late round you draft some depth pieces, but I mean, you have the best defensive player to ever live, Myles Garrett. Mason Graham showed to be a force in the middle. You'll get Malik Collins back from injury. Devin Bush was amazing this year. Carson Schlesinger is the next all-pro linebacker. Denzel Ward, shout out to Nordonia, shout out my hometown, is a lockdown corner. Grant Delpit's an underrated safety. Ronnie Hickman's solid. Tyson Campbell, we won the trade. Did you guys see Greg Newsome getting burnt? Getting burnt like toast. Got the Jags sent home. Secured us the 24th pick. Greg, shout out to you. But that defense is stellar. It's stellar. That's something you don't got to touch. And that's pretty. They're still all in their primes. No one's aged out yet. You build up the offense. You make some quick changes. We just got to focus on taking a worst offense to being an okay offense. And I'll have my team comp for us later. But a couple playoff teams remind me of what I can see the Browns being next year. On offense in place, we have a couple weapons. We have a couple. Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fannin, maybe David Njoku, but I'm hearing some rumors. The hot rumor out is that he doesn't want to be here anymore. That's the hot rumor. We'll see if that turns out to be true. The hot rumor is looking like it's not. Offensive line, awful. I think we would be hoping, like, the ideal scenario, if we could squeeze at least one guy, one starter. We're stretching it if we say 2. Honestly, in my opinion, we're stretching it if we say 2. But I think they'll try to re-sign Tevin Jenkins and bring him back next year. And I think that's cool. I think he was an okay enough guard. Like, this is what you don't need 40 superstars on the O-line, right? Like, if you had 2 great O-linemen and 3 bad ones, that would be a bad O-line. But if you had 5 solid, just starter caliber players, it's a good O-line. It's a good O-line, and that's what we're gonna be looking to do. Because I mean, names like, and I'm gonna do like a Browns wish list off-season video this week too. I got some ideas down for this week. I'm gonna try to see if I can hit all these and knock them out this week. But I mean, the guys, we're gonna be going after the Rasheed Walkers, the Tyler Linderbaums, the Elijah Vera Tuckers, the Braden Smiths. Like, you're hoping ideally to land 2 linemen, which is reasonable. If they go in and they're aggressive, landing 2 linemen in free agency, very reasonable. Boom, you're at 3. Now that's 3 starter caliber players versus the 0 we had playing at the end of the season last year when we still won 2 games at the end of the season with we were almost down to our practice squad. It was a practice squad O-line. You do that. We got the 6 and 24 pick now, and the 6th pick in every round. 2 of those first 3 picks, linemen, receivers, all of a sudden, boom. Now you got 2, you're adding 2 more potential starting quality players. I would expect our first rounder to definitely start, preferably a tackle, but you can live with a guard depending if you want to wait at 24. I got to update my mock draft video too, because now we got different picks and a little more sealed. So I'm saying you're putting at least 2 top 100 picks, 2 free agent signings towards this O-line. The New England Patriots had one of the worst O-lines. They were like 31st in the league. Couldn't protect Dre May for nothing last year. Just like us. We couldn't protect a single quarterback. Shador, Dillon, you name it, Joe, nobody. And the Patriots now have like a borderline top 10 O-line. What did they do? They spent high draft picks. They got a tackle. They got Will Campbell. They went to free agency, and they got solid. You could fix your O-line in 1 year. And remember, we don't need the top unit. But if we went from 32 to like mid to high teens O-line, do you know how much of a difference that would really make? Quinshon Judkins, I just saw a graph of the yards before contact. He's over here by himself. He gets no lanes. Imagine how much better he could play when he comes off injury. Imagine what quarterbacks may look like, what Shador Sanders could do with some real blocking back there. Now all of a sudden, he's a year more into his reads. He gets time. He's a little relaxed. A guy who's already shown he could extend plays a little bit too. The receiving room, again, bare bones. I do like Isaiah Bond. I think Jerry Jeudy has his place. I had a clip on my Instagram go crazy, me talking about him, but everyone was on Jerry Jeudy. It was deserved for a little minute this year. But now you got the opportunity to add guys, and there's so many possibilities. I had a guy comment in my comment section. Shout out to you. I should look up his name and say it. But he talked about A.J. Brown. Could be available. Tumultuous season. Screaming at the coach. Screaming at him. And now drops a game winner. Well, not a game winning pass, but a crucial pass on the last drive. Bunch of unrest. Could be available for trade. Andrew Berry, formerly in the Phillies organization. Not the Phillies, the Eagles organization. Could be some smoke. Could be nudging a couple guys like, hey, what's the calling price on A.J. Brown? I made a video about Marvin Harrison. Could be someone that they go out and get. Like, these are real possibilities. Free agency. You got names like Romeo Dobbs, Alec Pierce, 1,000-yard receiver this year on like 40 catches. Real deep threat. You got Jawan Jennings, made a crazy throw last night. Super solid receiver. Wandale Robinson, I think another 1,000-yard guy on a bunch of catches. Real good slot guy. Like, these are all pieces we could look to add. And then you still get to, if you want to go and get a Carnell Tate, get a Jordan Tyson, a Mekhi Lemon, all those options are there. And I love this wide receiver class. I got a lot of guys. If you want to late round, you got the Conceptions. You got the Denzel Bostons, who you guys know I like. I like Denzel Boston. I should make a top receivers video from the draft. If we want to even wait around, Elijah Surratt, that's a dog. That's a dog. Omar Coopers, Skylar Bells. There's so many guys. And you add to, say it was a pick a combo. Say we sign an Alec Pierce and we draft a Carnell Tate. Now all of a sudden it's Alec Pierce, Carnell Tate, Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond. Say, we make a trade for A.J. Brown or Marvin Harrison. We wait till our second pick. We get a KC Concepcion. It's still A.J. Brown, Jerry Jeudy, KC Concepcion, Isaiah Bond. All of a sudden we got weapons with Harold Fannin still at tight end. Arguably the best rookie tight end this year. I'm telling you guys, giving it time, if you get a good lead from Shedeur, I'm thinking they're leaning towards a competition that I think he's probably easily going to win. I don't see what competition they could bring in. Like I've said, guys like Mitch Trubisky and stuff like that. Like I think that's who you're looking at, like a free agent quarterback. Bring him in, a little training camp comp. But if you're looking at a Shedeur Sanders who could learn from his 7 games he played his first year in the NFL. If you can add 2 high-quality weapons, high-quality, whether proven, signed, or high draft capital to this offense, with a solid O-line, all of a sudden we're pushing our way up. We were the 31st. We were only better than the Titans, arguably the 31st ranked offense in the NFL this year. Moving up to, again, being like a 15-19 team, or even low 20, like a 2021, that's extreme. All of a sudden we're winning an extra 2 games next year. All of a sudden we have some games where we're showing flashes. You could be in that conversation to being a playoff team. And that's how quick it's supposed to flip in the NFL. And I feel like a lot of people are kind of doom and gloom, but why can't it be the Browns? Why can't it be us? Why not? Because we've been here so many times as Browns fans, right? We've been here so many times. Why can't this be our time? Why can't we be the team that this year goes out and we get another offseason right? And all of a sudden our offense isn't bad. We got playmakers out there. And the defense is still humming on all cylinders. And all of a sudden, our young QB is the talk of the town. He's having games. He's having game winning. He showed some clutch ability this year. Say what you want about him. I think he showed some clutch ability this year. He really showed. He did. He ended the year on a high note, which is also very important. Who's to say we can't be like a Houston Texans-based built team next year where, no, we might not be the most explosive built offense in the NFL. It might not be the best NFL. But dang, we're shutting you down on defense. And the offense is going to get it done. They're going to do what we need them to do. They're going to play smart. They're going to get it done. Why can't that be us? Why can't that be us? And it really all starts with the coach. And I guess I'll get more into it on the coaching videos. But we've recently brought in Mike McDaniel and the Jaguars OC. Intrigued by both, if I'm being quite honest. Especially with how the organization is talking about trying to retain Jim Schwartz. If he stays and the defense keeps humming and you get a guy who comes in and fixes this offense, sky's the limit, man. As Browns fans, I think it pays to be optimistic sometimes. Like trust me, if I stick around posting these and I'm posting like some post game stuff when the season rolls back around, like I'll be negative. Like it gets there, and there's a time for it to be warranted. But right now, it's all out ahead of us. We have nothing to be angry about yet. There's nothing but hope right now. There's nothing but hope. We showed improvement from last year. Somehow, some way, we did. We went from 3 to 5 wins. That's the setup. We could be building the foundation. The defense is the foundation. We've got a couple young key guys on offense. Now let's add to that. Let's bring it back. Not too long ago, we were a playoff team, guys. It's okay to be optimistic about the team. It's okay to think that we can be something. I know we haven't been here in a while where we fired a coach and it's a new era, but who's to say this isn't the one? Who's to say this isn't the era where the Cleveland Browns find a way to finally break through and sustain that success and maybe get to heights they've never even reached before? Who's to say it's not? Who's to say it's not? It's not going to be me. But looking forward to talking to you guys some more. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like I said, it'll all start with the head coach. So when that domino falls, we'll know more for sure. But I know I'm excited. There's a lot of hope out there right now. And I think we're going to really see some people, get to be excited about Browns football again. But anyways, guys, hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Till then, stay blessed. Hope everyone's doing all right. I'll see you guys next time.